Good evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday, and hopefully it'll get a little bit better for you. Tonight we are back with the latest sports, fashion, movie reviews, and of course the best indie music out there. And tonight we welcome a very talented singer, rapper. He has his own radio show. He's an actor. His Rahim, and he is here with us tonight. Rahim Brazil. I guess hot topics on everything. You know, Big Day and Jay-Z released their surprise album. Talking about just craziness that's going on with the immigrant children being taken away from their families. Just a whole lot. Me and Chica holding it down in hot topics. Listen, come back. We're going into it. Hot topics. Right back after this.
If it is my banana, you know go. If it is my banana, you know go. My baby banana, baby, you know go. My baby banana, baby, you know go. If it is my banana, you know go. If it is my banana, you know go. Oh my baby, my African lady, oh baby, she's my lady, my beautiful baby, oh. Oh my lady, my African baby, oh. She's my lady, my fine sweetie, oh. See, I get the banana, a sweet banana. I get the banana, my big banana. You will like my banana, titi, sweetie banana. Oh my baby, fun baby, oh eh. Oh my baby, my sweetie baby, oh eh. Oh my baby, my fun baby, oh. So I say, I will give it to you, sucker, so. I say sucker, I will give it to you, my sucker, so. You will take it, sucker. If you taste my banana, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. Opa wile me, opa motika. Oh my jula, oh kweje, opa me kolebio. Na jula ya ya nyale, opa me kolebio. You know that the monu na jula, opa mo breje. Wa opa me kolebio. Wa ye mo dale mo. Ale nyazi me ne mo dale mo, opa mo kolebio. Nyamale mo ne mo dale mo, opa me kolebio. Oh my baby, my African lady, oh. She's my lady, my beautiful baby, oh. Oh my lady, my African baby, oh. She's my lady, my fine sweetie, oh. Sweet baby. See, I get the banana, a sweet banana. I get the banana, my big banana. You will like my banana, titi, sweetie banana. Oh my baby, fun baby, oh. Tell you mama tell you you know that you male, tell you no you tell you male. If you taste my banana, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go.
On the beat is Too Flexing.
Nirvana. I'ma live for this Nirvana. I'ma rap for this Nirvana. I'm so down for this Nirvana. I'ma clap for this Nirvana. I'm killing this Nirvana. I'm drilling this Nirvana. I'ma rap for this Nirvana. I'ma stop for this Nirvana. My gang know how I roll. I'm working that rocky road. My ride be so loaded. My ride be so floating. I dream of being gifted, dodging the penitentiary. They say that I'm a villain, no murder case I ain't killing. They don't know how I roll. Obstacles kicking on. Trap door steady open. Robbing, banging, and smoking. I'm pushing up, then coasting. I'm pouring steady Loki. Mary Jane, just bearing all my pain. You think I ain't gon' ride, nigga, you might be insane. Your mom know I ain't joking. The mission is in motion. I'ma live for this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'm so down for this Nirvana. I'ma clown for this Nirvana. Killing this Nirvana. I'm drilling this Nirvana. I'ma rap for this Nirvana. I'ma slap for this Nirvana. What up, sir? With my homies on the curb, yeah. Sent my last to my homie locked down, yeah. See men die with my eyes, yeah. And the good die young, that's truth, yeah. All my fam ride for the same thing. Make it to the top, dodge that chain gang. 10 years in the streets, I done seen things. 6 times been in jail, I done heard things. Real recognize real, that's the truth, yeah. Fake recognize fake, that's proof, yeah. My bros, they ride or die. I know they real, alright. Gang, 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 all they speak of. Bang, 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 ring tears, cause I'm gonna live tonight. I'm gonna slide. I'ma live for this Nirvana. I'ma rap for this Nirvana. I'm so down for this Nirvana. I'm a clown for this Nirvana. I'm killing this Nirvana. I'm drilling this Nirvana. I'm a rap for this Nirvana. I'm a slap for this Nirvana. 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 Nirvana.
Hey, what's up? This is Kima, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Make sure you check out that Love Me Back.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chicken, how's it going?
Brother, I'm A-OK. How are you?
I'm doing well. Me and you are holding down hot topics today, so do what we do.
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared either. So, how was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I actually, my weekend started on Wednesday. I stopped. Wednesday was my last day at work, and then we went on like a little tour for Mercy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, that's the part that I love, going around meeting people and shaking hands and talking about what I love to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my weekend was cool. I had actually 2 friends in town. Aaron, our Aaron, he's here. So I hung out with him on Saturday. Then my other homeboy, he was here for his birthday. So we got to hang out. And it was funny. Father's Day was this weekend. I hope you had a good weekend despite all that. I know, you lost your father not too long ago.
I did.
Good. Well, I got my dad a Echo, right, for Amazon. And so I sent it to him, and he was like, "You could just send me $10." He's not a technical person at all. He's not technical at all. And so, but I wanted him. I'm trying to get him because I think once he gets set up, he will like it. But he doesn't have Wi-Fi.
It's so convenient. I think it scares a lot of people, though.
Yeah, it was funny because he got it Saturday, so him and his friends called me, trying to figure out how to plug it up. And then I talked to him on Sunday. He said, "I think I need something called Wi-Fi." I said, oh, yeah. So I told him when I come home in August for his birthday, I'm going to get it all set up for him. Get him his Wi-Fi and all that and show him. So anyway, shout out to all the fathers out there. Hope you all had a great Father's Day. All right, well, our question of the day is there any decision in your life that you would like to change?
Any decision?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to say no, because I'm a firm believer, and I say this all the time to people, the path has already been laid. The course that you're going to take has already been spoken for you.
Right.
And I believe that we do things for a specific reason. And I don't want to get into my whole, theories of life, but I believe that we're predestined to do certain things, and I do believe that we're predestined to be on a certain path. So no. Yeah,
I agree. I think that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, good or bad, unfortunately. And so it's all our own little story, our own, our journey to take.
Because honestly, what we consider, what I turned it around, what people consider bad or bad moments, I consider them teaching lessons. It's a moment for education. It's something that you're supposed to learn.
That is true. I agree with that. Some people, they had some actual things that they commented on a Facebook page. Some people said, dropping their child off at their relatives. I'm sure there's more to that story. Someone said moving to another state at 21. Someone said not saving a certain amount of money by now. Someone said those cakes and donuts, now I'm paying for it at the gym. One girl said it was too personal, but she wished she could tell. And someone else said too many to count. Wow. But yeah, I do think that, like you said, it's a learning lesson. It's a teaching moment. So hopefully nothing too traumatizing happens from it that you can't bounce back or. But anyway, tweet us at Stephen Knight Show SHO and let us know, is there anything that you would like to change, if you could. All right, hot topic. So everyone's been talking about this on the news and in the media about the children of immigrant families being torn from their families and put into government facilities on the U.S. borders. Now, this has been a policy that's been in place for years, but no Democratic or Republican president has implemented because this could happen, families being broken up. But, of course, 45, he put in his zero tolerance policy, criminally charging people who cross the border illegally. Now, a lot of them are coming over here because of all the violence that's happening where they live. So they're trying to make, seek refuge and asylum by coming to America. But the United States says, Trump says the United States will not be a migrant camp, and it won't be a refuge holding facility. Have you seen also a lot of people think that he's using this as a bargaining tool to get the Democrats to cave in on immigration demands that has already been placed. Because he's saying that, everyone's saying that he can change this easily, but he's saying it's not for him to change, it's up to the Democrats. Have you been seeing the footage? What are your thoughts?
I put a post up today because Oprah, first thing this morning, Auntie Oprah put up a video asking everyone to watch the broadcast that Gail was going to do on CBS. So I supported and I reposted that, and I put like a little blip on that. And I was waiting to talk on tonight's show about it.
Right.
So what I see are children that look like they're in animal pens. That's what it looks like to me. Yep. Children are crying for their parents. You separated, the parents from the children. And this is no different than a concentration camp. What's the difference?
Right.
What is the difference? I had a Japanese professor at one point, and he didn't teach class one day, and he basically broke down what it was like during the time, like soon after Pearl Harbor, before we went to war. And he was saying that how Japanese Americans were put into concentration camps here in the United States. And it was basically just like big pens with a bunch of people in it, and they were just detaining them and holding them there and treating them like animals just simply because they happened to be Japanese Americans, and Americans didn't know who to trust as far as who the enemy was.
Right.
Because automatically, if you're Japanese, then you're an enemy. And I don't see much difference in this. You know, these immigrants are coming here. Last time I checked, this was called the melting pot, or has that changed?
Mm-hmm.
Has
right.
it? Has it changed?
Just a land of immigrants. A land of immigrants.
Why do you think the Statue of Liberty is there?
Right.
She's there to greet the immigrants. That's why she's there.
Yep.
The reason that George Washington and his homies came across here because they wanted to be free from England. They were immigrants. They're not from here. No one is from here except the American Indian. And what happened to the American Indian?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Colonizers, right. But
so who is he to do this? Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's horrible. And then watching, they've had a lot of press conferences over the weekend and today, and the people speaking, the woman over who's kind of taking the lead with this under his administration, she has no emotion. You know,
I don't like her face.
Yeah, it's just
like her face.
No one cares. There's no humanity. And they're trying to act like they do have it, but they don't. You can tell it. You can tell there's no emotion. And even I was watching coverage on CNN, and they had when they have the press what's it called, press announcement, whatever, and the reporters are there to ask questions, and they were saying that they just have there's no compassion behind what's going on, and that's not how you treat human. Like you said, there have been stories of people and kids staying in cages, families being broken up all over the country, like little kids. One lady just said that they took the baby from her when she was breastfeeding.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of the audience out there has ever had the displeasure of having the silver bracelets put on you. Mm-hmm. Mostly if you're African American and you're male and you're listening to this, you kind of know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So from that moment when those bracelets get put on you, it instantly changes you because now you're shackled. Mm-hmm. And it kind of connects you to your ancestors and how they might have felt being pinned or trapped, mm-hmm. or like just caged before you're caged, pretty much.
Right.
So can you imagine being a child, being with your parents? And to me, when I was a kid, my parents were my superheroes.
Of course,
so they could do anything. They were going to save me from any kind of evil that came. Mm-hmm. So can you imagine a child who's looking at their parents go through the same thing that they're going through and then separated and you don't know what's going on? Can you imagine a 5-year-old kid trying to they're scarred for life.
They are. They said this is already this is child abuse really because children they're already traumatized by leaving their country, and then now they're leaving the only people they really know, their parents. You know what I mean? And it's like the psychological effect of what can happen when a child is taken away from their parents, you know, at such a young age. People need their parents. They need their parents.
Wow.
I was watching one story. This man, he was fleeing with his wife and their 3 kids. He had their 3 kids, and he couldn't. He's staying in a sanctuary in Mexico because he can't come over here because he was already deported. So he allowed his wife and the kids to go, thinking they could get asylum. And so they end up I don't know what state it is, but they're far out. And he didn't have a good signal where he is, but he's been trying to FaceTime them. Finally, he got his 13-year-old, who's his oldest. The young kids don't even want to talk to him because they think that it's his fault why they're all going through this trauma and why they're being broken up. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's so heartbreaking.
It is.
But you know, every dog has its day. There's going to be some kind of hell to pay for this.
Yep.
And the hell that I hope that doesn't happen is that the whole country gets affected by this madness.
Right.
I don't want all of us to have to pay for this sin that he's doing.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, Laura Bush has spoken out against this. Michelle Obama, she retweeted what Laura Bush said, and she, you know, made her remarks. And then Hillary Clinton actually has spoken out. So 3 former first ladies have spoken up. Now, Laura Bush never jumps into politics, but just watching it, she said that she had to say something. Mm-hmm. She had to release a statement.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just throwing something out there. I don't want FBI at my door. I'm just going to say this. You know, at one point in time in history, you know, the people finally got fed up enough to have a revolution, and they stormed the castle, or they stormed, you know, the mansion. At what point are we going to get sick and tired of his shenanigans that we actually put our foot down and physically do something about it?
Yeah.
Because it's going too far.
Is
it when he now turns on American children and American families? Because honestly, what I said today, the tail end of what I said today, we're only a hop, skip, jump away from us being back in slavery.
That's true. That's true.
All he has to do is say the word, and it's done.
And at this climate, we're seeing a lot of people that they'd be fine with that. You know, see these real supporters come out. Anyway, well, our thoughts and prayers are definitely with these families, and, you know, I just hope it all turns around, you know, very quickly, very quickly. All right, well, to another subject that's not as traumatic, Jay-Z and Beyonce broke the internet once again. They released a surprise album that they're saying crushed a lot of people because they say in the album Jay and Bey talk junk the whole album that's directed to a few of their bullets at Kanye West. They shut down the buzz because everyone was excited. Nas had an album that dropped Friday, but they said they shut down the buzz for that. And of course Kim Kardashian, who they apparently always take jabs at on Twitter. And so they said that it kind of just sabotaged everything that was going on. Have you heard the album? What are your thoughts on them releasing this surprise album?
Well, last week at work we were talking about, because I know a lot of fans of them both were, you know, since their first show is going to be here in Philadelphia, and I have a lot of fans at my job, and they were saying that they didn't think that they were going to go because what's the point? They saw the first tour. And the reason that they weren't going to go is because they were going to basically just be singing the same old songs. They saw that already.
Right.
And I was like, well, I said, it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're tricky. They're sneaky. I didn't know what was going on, but I just knew that it wasn't going to be – they just weren't going to be doing it to be doing it. And then, boom, here we go, the surprise album. So now that the album is out, I've heard some of the tracks, and they are coming for people's throats, like they really are. And they're using their platform to express themselves the best way that they can, and they do that. They have the formula. They have the formula. They have it. And some of the imagery in the video, the one video I saw for SHIT, it's very cryptic, and you have to really get into the science of it because it's very cryptic and they are throwing jabs, but you have to pay attention to the imagery to understand what they're talking about. Some of the stuff is playing out, but like you have to pay attention to the imagery. So I support it. I say, hey, go for it. Do you guys. Yeah, Nas, I'm sorry about that. You know, dang, wow, like, yikes.
Well, I do think real Nas fans still want to hear what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
True, but they should have gave him like at least a week to,
give him a week or something. Yeah.
But this is what I heard the issue was. I heard that he could not upload his
album. He couldn't upload the album. They were making all these jabs on Instagram saying that he didn't know how to work modern technology.
No, I don't necessarily think that it's that. I think that it could have been part of a master plan. It could have been.
Yeah.
Because, you know, for a while, him and Boss Man didn't speak for years.
That's true. Yep. That is
So,
true. Well, it's interesting. I know people were kind of, because, you know, I think the tour is overseas now. And they were saying in Europe, and they were saying how they were shocked, you know, new music had been released. But one of my friends predicted they were going to release new music before they came over here. And so I guess this is it. And I love the video. I love that they're so pro-black and pro, you know, using their voice to, you know, to speak against the things that are going on in this country and within our community. So I love that. So.
Oh, and in case no one has heard it yet, and you're gonna hear it or you're gonna get it, I'm letting y'all know now. They nasty.
They
talking some nasty stuff.
All right, Jay and Bay. All right, so Suge Knight, he's in jail right now, awaiting trial for murder. His mother passed away Sunday, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to go to the funeral because the rules are the rules, pretty much. So TMZ spoke with L.A. County Sheriff's Department, who says Suge can't get his hands on a get out of jail free card to attend his mother's funeral. It said just because he is on trial for murder, and that's not someone who'd be eligible to get that pass, pretty much. What are your thoughts on that?
You gotta, like I said about Trump earlier, the roosters come home to roost.
Yeah.
All that shenanigans and that buffoonery and that crime, mugging, killing, choking, shooting, all that stuff that he did when he was free and rich, all that sinning he was doing, and I don't mean to get religious, but
right.
What goes around comes around.
That's true.
I mean, you never know how it's going to come around. I'm sure in his wildest dreams he never thought that he would be in jail and his mother would pass and he's behind bars and wouldn't be able to acknowledge that.
Yeah. I think you said it best. Yeah, I mean, karma is you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, that has to be tough, though. Let's take a quick break. We have a few more hot topics. Heather Locklear is being treated for psych evaluation for choking her mom, and then find out more about the Meek Mill case. Right back after this.
Feels so good. Feels so good. It's KJ on the beat. We're all alone. Nobody knows. It's a little secret. That's how we should keep it. Maybe we've been creeping on the low. No time to waste. It's getting late. Can't jump off the deep end. We're supposed to be here, but it feels so good. Feels so good. When you love me like that, touch you right there. Kiss me on my neck. The love we make is real, and it feels so good. Feels so good. Let me put my love on top. Give you what you need. When we make love, we get inside real deep, 'cause it feels so good. Feels so good. Oh, so raw. But the feeling strong. Every time I see you, I think about what we do. I can't help but think about it all the time. Close the door. Give me some more. You have my mind going every time you're doing your thing. And it feels so when you love me like that. Touch you right there. Kiss me on the neck. The love we make is real, and it feels so. Know it feels good. Feels
this way. That's why I'm packing my suitcase. I'm only taking what I need. The world is waiting for me. I won't sit home any longer. The message I've died, enough hunger. And I should be making a difference. I know I'm telling the truth. Wasted potential is the death of many. Yet there's plenty of dead men who live. Cause their words live on, though they've been long gone. Yes, I know I wanna be like them. I've got places to be. I've got to see. Let's get on. It's time to go. What we waiting for? We're waiting for. Out to my suitcase. Giving out my suitcase. State to state. I'm going state to state. Spelling the hate. Country to country. I'm living out to my suitcase. Living out to my suitcase. I'm gonna make a difference. Not gonna walk in ignorance. Make the world listen. I'ma leave an imprint. Yes, they gon' know I'm here. The world is gonna be my stage. And when I'm long gone, they gon' talk about me. They gon' read about me. I'm gon' leave a legacy. A legacy. Yes, you and me gon' make history. Wasted potential is the death of many. Yet there's plenty of dead men who live. Cause their words live on, though they've been long gone. Yes, I know I wanna be like them. I've got places to be. Come on and get your stuff. Let's hit the road. It's time to go. Let's hit the road. I'm gonna be living out to my suitcase. State to state, country to country. Spelling the hate. If that's what it takes. If that's what it takes. Out to my suitcase. Let's change the world for every boy and girl. Let's lend a hand. Let's take a stand. When facing fears, they'll disappear. Let's change the world for every boy and girl. Let's lend a hand. Let's take a stand. When facing fears, they'll disappear. I got places to be, things to see. Let's hit the road. It's time to go. What we waiting for? I'm gonna be living out to my suitcase. Country to country, spelling the hate. If that's what it takes, I know I'm living out to my suitcase. Places to be, things to see. I got places to be. It's time to go. What we waiting for? I'm gonna be living out to my suitcase. City to city, state to state, country to country, spelling the hate. If that's what it takes, I'm living out to my suitcase. If you believe in your dream, won't you sing and say, out to my suitcase. If you believe in your dream, living out to my suitcase.
All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Ricardo Grim haunting the airwaves. Right now, you listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Hey, don't go to sleep without saying your prayer.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and, of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also check us out on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. All right, so a source close to, Heather Locklear, was taken to the hospital, this is TMZ reporting, for a psych evaluation after a family member claimed the actress was threatening to kill herself. The law enforcement sources tell the tell TMZ that the family member called 911 yesterday afternoon to report that they were concerned about Heather. They told the Ventura County Fire and Sheriff's Department responding to Locklear's home. Now, according to the dispatch audio, the caller claimed Heather was acting erratically and threatening to hurt herself. The caller said Heather was trying to find a gun to shoot herself. She was then transported to the hospital, but the incident was only for medical, not criminal. Now, TMZ broke the story back in February that Heather was arrested for felony domestic violence against her boyfriend. Now, during the arrest, she allegedly threatened to shoot police officers if they returned to her home. TMZ, pretty much, but she got off on those charges. But they were saying with this issue, the 56-year-old was agitated all day, so her parents came to her home, and when they got there, she got violent, choking her mother and hitting her father, and that's when they called the police.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, she's been in and out of trouble for a while. A lot of people are saying it might be mental health. She might be depressed. What are your thoughts?
So, if you go back in years and love Heather, Melrose Place was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Going back, all the way back, she was the first Tommy Lee girl, not Pam Anderson. She was the first Tommy Lee girl. So she has an edge to her. In order for her to even deal with that dude, she had to have an edge to her. And even after him, she got with Richie Sambora, who's another rocker. So she has that in her. She's one of those girls, and please no one take offense, but, that trailer park girl who's beautiful and made it, but she still has those ratchet beginnings. Right. She's one of them kind of girls. And Pamela Anderson, too. She has that in her, too. But, they clean up nice. They made, a career for themselves in Hollywood, and they became, starlets. Mm-hmm. And I think, as she's aging, the roles don't come as well. And she's been known on record to have, been abusing alcohol here and there. She's had a couple DUIs. She's been to jail a couple times. I think that's getting to her. I think that's a depressing thing. You're aging, your looks change. She's not working as much, so I'm sure finance is an issue. And I'm sure at some point it has to do with your person, like desirability and, all that stuff. She used to be the hot chick. Now she's the MILF or not so MILFy. I don't know. Yeah. It has to wear.
Yeah, it has to. I was on TMZ's Instagram page where they posted a video about all this, and I was reading the comments, and a lot of people were saying how Hollywood, you're hot when you're hot, and then they'll spit you out, and, and someone 56 years old that's not so hot anymore, not so relevant anymore, how this can happen. And so, I think that's why it's important to be grounded in yourself and not in your career.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's what
remember our friend. You remember our friend Denise Matthews, formerly known as Vanity. She was a hot chick, and Hollywood ran her through, and she got on drugs and everything, and she ran screaming to the Lord and totally turned her life around. And she too was, when she passed, 56. That's the age, the 50s going into 60s. You're not so beautiful anymore. You don't really have that career anymore, and where are you?
Yeah, you got to be grounded, rooted in yourself, and definitely seek help. If you are struggling with mental health issues or depression, seek help. There are people out there that can help you turn it around, and we don't want people going through all this kind of stuff. It has to be embarrassing. 56 years old, you know what I mean?
But that's what I was about to say. That's probably why a lot of people don't go get help that way, because it is embarrassing.
Well, I'm saying more so embarrassing that we're reading stories like this as opposed to you checking in the rehab.
This is true. But ego's a bitch. Ego does things to people.
That's true. Well, hopefully she gets the help she needs. All right, so last story, Meek Mill. So the hearing is over, and Judge Brinkley did not make a ruling on Meek getting a new trial. So apparently he went to court today, ready to continue to fight for a new trial, which could mean he goes free. But that's if his legal team can change Judge Janice Brinkley's mind. Now, before he went into court for the hearing, Meek addressed the crowd of supporters rallying outside the Pennsylvania courthouse. the rapper thanked them for sticking with him and allowing him to spend Father's Day with his son, and vowed he would continue fighting for wrongly convicted inmates. That's what he's turned his platform into after all this has happened to him. He's been on different talk shows with his attorney fighting for wrongly convicted inmates. But anyway, of course, he got his own legal battles to fight right now. Judge Brinkley is expected to hear evidence before deciding if Meek should get a new trial due to the arresting officer being at the center of a police corruption scandal. Now, up to this point, she dug her heels and refused, but, we'll see what happens. But they're just reporting that she did not make a ruling yet. Most reports describe the hearing as contentious. Now, apparently, people have been kind of side-eyeing this attorney. I don't know if you watched Wendy Williams, but they did their research on her. And apparently, she wanted to be an actress back in the day. They had footage of her in some movie. But, of course, she's gone on and become this judge. But they said that she's done things like trying to get too close to Meek, requesting favors from him, and she's been very hard on him. But so that's why he's trying not only to, get himself off, but also to help others who are wrongly in prison. What do you thought?
She needs to do the right thing and then become his friend.
Right.
Do the right thing.
I agree. All right. Well, that's I don't know who this guy is. He's a 20-year-old rapper. I'm trying to get his name. Anyway, he was killed in Miami. He was found dead in his car, and there's actually video footage, which is very sad. His name is XXX Tentacion.
No, not the rapper with all the tattoos on his face.
Yeah, him. Yeah, he was found.
Oh, wow.
He was found killed in his car in Miami. I think today. But it's sad. It's sad. I mean, I remember we had Aaron. What's his name? Aaron, the actor from
Spears.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Aaron Spears.
Yes. And he said, what happened to us just getting in fights and then laughing about it years later? Why have to be shooting each other and killing each other? You know what I mean? And it's just sad. I mean, a life at 20 years old gone for what? You know what I mean? So,
I'm sorry, just to talk a little bit more about what Aaron said, because the tail end of part of that is the part that punched me in the gut. People don't fight anymore. Not saying that fighting is good, but it used to be a point in time where we went out in the street and we fairly scrapped it up, and however that ended is how it ended. Now people are killing people, and what he said was, back in the day when you went out in the street and scrapped it up, however it ended, and you went on to live another day.
Right.
Now you do it, and then later on you might piece it up, and that person you fought becomes your best friend. I've had a couple friends that way.
Yeah.
Now, if you go out in the street, you're shot, and you're dead. That's the end of it. It's final. There's nothing else after that.
Exactly.
One life is gone. The other one is in jail. So 2 lives are destroyed.
Well, our thoughts and prayers would definitely go out to his family, his friends, and his fans all over the world. He was a sort of like a wild child. He lived on the edge. So I'm curious to hear about what happened. I want to know more about how he left this earth, because he was a bit out there. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, listen, Chief K, guess I'll see you in movie reviews.
Yes,
sir.
Movie reviews.
And later in the show, we welcome the very talented Rahim
Brazil.
Oh, what's wrong with my memory today? Rahim Brazil. Very talented guy. You'll hear his story later on the show. We'll be right back after this.
Your love is showing me my path. My heart belongs in your grasp. I only see you underneath your light. I can't survive without your kiss. My life dripping from your lips. I'm nowhere if I'm not by your side. It feels like time slows down.
every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And I'm breathing in every single sound you make. I can feel your words all in the air. With your voice making my heart beat. If your soul is all I see, it's like the rest of the world is not there. It feels like time slows down, and every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And as I'm falling down, I feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life.
Why you keep loving me wrong? I'm tired and I'm moving on. You feel me, no, I'm like a bum. Stop loving me wrong. Why you keep loving me wrong? I'm tired and I'm moving on. You feel me, no, I'm like a bum. Stop loving me. I was with you but living a lie. I was giving you life. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating but standing in denial. You're loving me wrong, you're loving me fake. Stop filling my head and filling my tank. Ain't I was so dumb to stay in the phase, cause I was so lost and stuck in your maze. Stuck in the sex, was stuck in the love. I let you dishonor my name and my love. I let you dishonor my pride like a fool, denying myself just so I could choose you. I was with you but living a lie. I was giving you life. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating but standing in denial. Why you keep loving me? You're loving me wrong. You're leading me on. You gotta stop loving me. Stop loving me wrong. You're loving me wrong. You're leading me on. You gotta stop loving me. Stop loving me wrong. You were fake and foul and wasted out. I can, I will, I won't allow you to change my soul or change my sound. So carry the bed that you slept around. You crept around when there's no doubt. STDs distributed out. You sold me a novel, then wrote me out. I cannot, I like a bomb. Stop loving me, loving me, loving me wrong. Why you keep loving me fake? I've been wrote you off, you're fucking replaced. And this is the end of the song for the fake. Stop loving the ones who will love you. I was with you but living a lie. I was giving you life. Yeah. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating but staying in denial. You gotta stop loving me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our guest tonight is an artist who wears many hats. He's a singer, songwriter, rapper, and businessman. He also is a radio host. Now, tonight he's here to tell us more. Please help me welcome the very talented Rahim Brazil. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
And we definitely appreciate you for taking time out your schedule. So listen, take us to the beginning. How did it all start for you? When did you get this passion for music?
I began my passion for music, I think, is where I initially had the interest in music. My dad had actually bought me a keyboard, and ever since I got this little cheap keyboard that he got me, I'll never forget it. I played that thing till the keys came off, man. I just kept playing it, and taught myself how to play keys, and it just went from that to writing songs, to rapping. I started rapping before I started singing.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that. So I started doing that, and man, it just took off from there. I just became like this artsy person, and I just loved everything about the arts,
Right. And you're from Baltimore, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And then I
from B-More, Maryland.
B-More. I'm from Richmond, VA, so that DMV area.
There you go.
So you started you got a music partner and a group member, and then you all relocated to Atlanta. Tell us about that.
That's correct. I used to be in a duo called Image, and it was me and my best friend. We started this duo, and we did shows all around Baltimore. And before we actually left, we had a plan to move and bring the group down here. And one thing led to another. We ended up moving to Atlanta, and we were still doing the music thing. And from there, man, I don't know. I guess we were going in two different directions. I started rapping more, and I started to really develop my sound, because I think that was missing from my part of the package, is developing my own sound. And once I got that in the works, then I just kind of like became this solo act. It just worked. So
yeah, most definitely.
I went with that.
Most definitely. So was it difficult leaving a group, going solo, or what, was it an easy transition for you? How did that go for you?
It was definitely. I wouldn't say it was difficult, but it was some slight feedback from that. I mean, we kind of had our differences when it came to separating and everything, because we had always been together.
Right.
We had always performed together. So I mean, on my end, it was kind of nervous to go there and just be solo act and perform. And on his end, he's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? I've always been in the group.
Right.
I just explained, just like I explained to him, is just when an artist is trying to develop themselves, sometimes you go in a direction where you have to grow and you have to really develop yourself as an artist. And where our music was not the same place where I wanted to be in my head, so I wasn't really giving it my all. It wasn't really giving it my fullness, because I wasn't attached to it. And I don't ever want to do any type of music that I'm not attached to, because then it's just like I have a hobby instead of a passion.
Exactly.
So, we had our little disagreements in the beginning, and But all in all, we still support each other. And, he come to my shows and everything. And
that's a good thing, yeah.
Work together, and, yeah. So, we got over the little hump. But, at the end of the day, it's all about progression.
Exactly.
So, really making those sacrifices. And sometimes you have to leave the camp in order to, make something of yourself just so you can come back and help the camp.
Right.
You can't really help the camp if you're in the camp sometimes. So that's just kind of where my mindset was, man. And I just had an urge to just, really develop and grow as a artist and as a person.
Yeah, yeah. And Atlanta obviously is a big music scene. You moved here in 2011. What were some of the things that you kind of went through or experienced, in the music industry out here?
Well, the scene was very different for me. The sound is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta focus, a lot of artists down here focus heavily on trap music.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
I'm not a trap artist by a long shot. I do listen to trap music, but I'm not a trap artist, and I'm also not a gangster rapper.
Right.
So
right.
that was one of the things where I had to decide, okay, if I'm going to be something different, if I'm going to really tell my art in its purest form, then I have to, not be afraid to express exactly how I feel on a track.
Mm-hmm.
It was just about me. The struggle came when it came to, okay, people listen to my sounds. I was, okay, that's different.
Right.
But also just trying to find and finagle my way into the market in order to gain a fan base, because I think that has been not a struggle, but that has been the most for any independent artist.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Right. Yeah,
it's a challenge trying to grow a fan base, especially when the majority listen to a certain collective.
Exactly.
So.
Well, we know how the internet's changed the game with social media and everything. How have you grown fans outside of Atlanta?
How have I grown fans?
Because you definitely have.
To be honest, most of my fans came after I was on a popular series.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that, I was on a series called About Him. And from that, I took my music along with that journey.
Right, yeah.
So I used that as the perfect platform to push my music out there, to push my performances out there. And I did in 2016, I did a mini tour and things like that. So I was able to gain fans in different parts of the U.S. And my goal is to kind of work out of the U.S. and really go international, because I believe I have an international sound.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to go far and beyond the walls of the United States, and just touch people everywhere. I mean, I have fans in Bahamas and Brazil and what are some other places? It's so many different places.
Right. Yeah.
As far as a masses type of thing, I'm trying to reach the masses.
Yeah,
so,
most definitely.
Most of my fans are in the United States, and most of them are in Atlanta. So I'm just trying to go beyond that.
One cool thing I thought that I read about, you started 2011 a real foundation. Can you tell us about that?
You done did your research.
I did my research.
You done did his research.
You got to.
Well, 2011, I got the inspiration to start a real foundation, and I've always been like a businessman at heart. Back then, I just didn't know how to direct the passion of that.
Right,
so
exactly.
I was going based off of what I just knew. So I knew I wanted to start something, and I knew I wanted to give back. I actually used to, before I moved down here and started that organization, I used to work at this coffee shop, and every day after we got rid of food, I was just, opposed to throwing it away, I would just take it down to where all the homeless people would be food away. So that kind of like stirred up something in me, and to do that. So I started this organization. It was called the Real Foundation. And we pretty much just started on our own incomes. And I would get my check in. I would go to the local grocery stores and I would get a bunch of food and make sandwich bags and make other bags just so we can hand it out. And we would go out there. We would go talk to people. And we would go do surveys. And, we would go and assess the needs of the community. And we end up partnering with the Norman Spur House Foundation, which was another foundation. And we started putting on events for the homeless. And
nice.
We did events, and I did the music portion, and I would bring the equipment, and she would do the food, and we would help each other out. And, we fed over 500 people. And
that's amazing.
We had a lot of great success with that. The only thing that stopped me was not really having the business knowledge and make sure I have the paperwork in line.
Right,
which
yeah.
is why I went back to school, so I can do that. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's all about growing for me.
Exactly. And obviously, as you know, as an artist, it's one thing to have the talent, but you have to have the business savvy to make sure, you're able to maximize your success. Would you agree?
I definitely agree because, just look at how many artists have been taken advantage of when it came to that music, and a lot of them sign a contract that they do not know what it says. They don't even know how contracts operate. They don't even know how to really assess a contract and say, okay, what are the stipulations, what's the obligations, what's my part, what's your part, and how are we going to make this thing work in the best interest of both of us. Because a lot of record labels, a lot of companies were just pretty much having a contract that basically gave the artist no rights. So you didn't have the rights to your music. You didn't have the rights to a lot of your lyrics and things like that. And then you wake up one day and they drop you, and you can't take none of the things.
You can't do anything. Yeah. It's messed up. Exactly. People weren't educated on the business aspect, like you said, so.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about the Rahim Brazil show.
The Rahim Brazil radio show.
Well,
we are streaming live every Monday and Wednesday on the Hip Hop Joint Rap Radio, which is a Cluster Radio Media conglomerate. So Cluster Radio Media hosts 5 different stations. I'm just on one of them. It's called Hip Hop Joint Rap Radio. And my show, the Rahim Brazil show, it just pretty much caters to the entrepreneur, the independent entrepreneur, the independent musician, anybody that's really trying to bring awareness to what they have going on, so stylists, models, whoever. And we also focus on a topic-based discussion when it comes to interacting with our fans. So I have a topic usually, 1 or 2 topics for those days, and we talk about the topics. We get people involved, get people to call in, and it's actually it's doing pretty good. We actually are raising the fan base. We are on Alexa, and it's been a great platform for me because I came from radio before, which I used to work on B100 radio, and it's just a total difference because I'm now able to host my own show.
Exactly.
And, together in my own way. And that's comfortable, and it makes it a lot easier, a lot more fun.
Right, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And when can we listen to it?
It's every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. And so I know your fans are excited. We have new music coming this fall. Is that correct?
Yeah, buddy. We got some new music coming.
What can you tell us about it?
I took a break from music. I think, it's been 2 years.
Okay.
I took a break, and I was focusing on building up my production company. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I need to put the music down because at the time I really wasn't getting inspired anyway. So I was like, well, maybe this is not the time for me to write. So I took a break, and this year I was like, okay, I'm ready. I've been helping other people get their names out there. I've been helping pushing other people's career, and I don't want to be in a position to where as though I'm getting left in the background because I'm pushing everybody else further.
Exactly.
Which is a great thing, but I can't forget that I'm also an inspiration to other people who have been waiting on my music, who have been waiting so patiently on my music. And
right, yeah.
Say, where is the music?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a journey, man, and I'm really focusing this album to only express what I want to express and not really focus on, okay, will they like this or will they not like this? This is just about how do I feel? You know what I'm saying? So it's been coming good, and I'm almost done. I'm not quite done.
Okay.
You know, it hopefully by the fall we'll have some things going, and we get the album released and everything like that. So keep your fingers crossed for that.
Most definitely. So how do you if you look back to when you moved to Atlanta in 2011 to now as an artist, how do you feel you've grown and established your sound and grown as an artist and who you are today as an artist?
Well, I can definitely say I've grown tremendously, man. I remember when I first came here, I was highly depressed. I was not in the best mental state at all.
Yeah.
And a lot of my music was sad because of that.
Yeah.
A lot of my music was sad and was full of like, okay, why you have a whole album full of sad stuff? So it was definitely a trying time for me. But now when I look at it and I see how far I've come.
Right.
In this short amount of time, because I can honestly say it feels like a short amount of time. The time has just went past. I'm truly blessed. You know, some days I get in my feelings to where as though, you know, I'm not moving as fast as I would like. But then I have to look at it in a perspective of you are able to inspire so many people who look up to you that tell you every day that you inspire them. And for me, if I'm able to accomplish that on this level, then that is one of the greatest feelings in the world because that's success to me.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
My idea of success has been changing because of that. You know, my idea of what success look like, what it feel like. And I'm like, wow, I'm able to inspire people in different facets, in different ways. And they are getting inspired to now put practice to what they want to accomplish in life.
Right.
Because of them watching me and them watching my transition. And sometimes, like I said, I get in my feelings and I'm like, well, what's going on with me? Why haven't I gotten to this place?
Right, yeah.
All the timing thing, man. It's all the timing.
It is all the timing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just try to remain patient and just try to know that, you know what, no matter how quickly I'm moving, I'm inspiring somebody, even if it's one person at a time. I'm inspiring somebody.
Exactly. Well, tell everyone where they can keep up with you on social media.
Man, y'all better follow me at Rahim Brazil online, and that's one I, no E, so it's Rahim Brazil, like the country, online. Also, you can follow the Rahim Brazil show. If you want to listen to the station, make sure you tuning in, you know, Monday and Wednesday, man. And I'm always here, so check me out. Rahim Brazil, just put in Rahim Brazil. I'll pop up somewhere. You'll see. He the cute one with the nice smile.
Oh, God. Well, listen, man, thank you so much for taking time out your schedule. Again, Rahim Brazil. For more information, you can go to our website as well, thestevenknightshow.com. I wish you continued success. I can't wait to hear the new music. And just keep in touch with us. Let us know what's going on.
Most definitely, man. Will do, all right?
All right. Listen, we'll be right back.
For real.
Thank you. Thank you for taking time out your schedule. And we'll be right back after this.
All right. Thank you.
Then we taking over. One time. Manga never suffer. Suffer. Manga never suffer. Suffer. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the trooper she jacking. Manga never suffer. Suffer. Manga never suffer. Suffer. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the trooper she jacking. I said the trooper she waiting, she checking, she looking like she not know what they are talking. I told her that trouble she causing, the way that she rocking and shaking her to my Onina Fatumata, put it on me like she from Kakatai. All the men is scatter, now obey I want in a chocolate. When you tie your lapa and you wear your skin test, when you rocking your tuma, Bange, I want marry you. Chamu, I won't take you. Anything you want, I give it to you. Take my knee, my money, my car, my clothes, my everything, oh. Suffer, Bange never suffer, Suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking. Bange never suffer, Suffer, Bange never suffer, Suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking.
What play you non see fun get capping? Like I said before, hungry line blocking. You leave it, another scam and we'll bop it. Grab it, squeeze it with dry face. That the time you will be trying how to catch it. You know you're missing a casa bavete. Fix it, all five, trying how to catch it. Then you want speed series now till they get. Pretty girl, let me take you out of dinner. I got a cheddar, forgive me, I was a sinner. Gonna be better from January down to December. Take trips, go to spas even in the winter. So sexy, gorgeous and beautiful. Everything that we do is so memorable. I'm feeling you from your head down to your toes. Don't have to speak on it, I'm gonna show.
I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking. Bange never suffer, Suffer, Bange never suffer, Suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking.
Anytime she walking, the boy them be watching. Anytime she walking, the boy them be shaking. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you blow my mind away. Anytime you turn like way, girl, you make me wanting you tonight. Forget, never, you never suffer.
Suffer, Bange never suffer, Suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking. Bange never suffer, Suffer, Bange never suffer, Suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking. best days that I ever had, yeah. Now that I'm older, this world is colder. Chips on our shoulders, can we get over all the pain from the past? So I was stuck in the middle, becoming bitter. Then I considered life can be so simple when you let it go. You gotta let it go. I'm feeling fine, got a peace of mind, and it's right on time. It's time to shine, 'cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm feeling fine, got a peace of mind, and it's right on time. It's time to shine, 'cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Moved out to Georgia, knew what I wanted, hope that I'd start a new life. Found a new meaning, followed my dreams. The phone started ringing 'cause I was singing, but I was flying so high. Then I battled convictions, faced some evictions. Oh, did I mention had good intentions? Just keep accepting life can be so sweet when you let it go. You gotta let it go. I'm feeling fine, got a peace of mind, and it's right on time. It's time to shine, yeah. 'Cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. 'Cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm feeling fine, I got a peace of mind, and it's right on time. It's time to shine, yeah. 'Cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I never go back again. No, never go back again. Oh no, never go back again. No, I never go back. No matter what they tell me, no, I'm never turning back to where I'm supposed to be. I never go back again. No, never go back again. No, I never go back again. Yeah, never go back again. I never go back again. Never go back again. I ain't going back no more. Got a peace of mind, and it's right on time. It's time to shine, yeah. 'Cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. 'Cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm feeling fine, I got a peace of mind, and it's right on time. It's time to shine, yeah. 'Cause I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
What's going on, y'all? It's Ralph A. World.
And this is Mia Mendez. We are the stars of the new film Boston to Philly, and we're hanging out with the Stephen Knight Show.
Make sure you guys catch the episode and watch Boston to Philly online now.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chique, looks like you're holding down movie reviews solo. So go ahead and take it away.
On my own.
On your own.
Yes. So I didn't go see Incredibles because I just knew that Adam saw Incredibles and he was going to have that, and then I was going to see something else. I'm sure he saw it anyway, but I'm going to see it this weekend coming up. Don't tell him though. So the film that I saw was the new Superfly 2018.
Oh, yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, the original Superfly premiered back in the 70s. It was it was in that blaxploitation era of film. Very gaudy, very high budget, and it was the story of a drug dealer who's trying to have one big score so he can get out of the game. So the new version of Superfly stars Trevor Jackson. You may know Trevor Jackson from ABC's American Crime. He was the Regina King's son in the first one. That's Trevor Jackson. He was a lot younger then, though.
He's also on Grownish, right?
Now. Say that again?
I think he's also on Grownish, too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Trevor Jackson, Rick Ross, Big Boy, our friend Michael K. Williams, gospel artist Lecrae, Esai Morales from Ozark on Netflix, and Jason Mitchell from The Chi. You also know him from the NWA movie, and Miss Lex Scott all round out the cast. And the film was directed by Director X. Director X is of Canadian descent, and he does Canadian films and music videos. To be totally honest, I've never heard of Director X before until this movie. I'm sorry, and I'm in film, and I haven't heard of him. Not saying that he's not relevant. I'm just saying that he didn't reach my radar. But he did a pretty good job. I think this is a pretty good movie. It's Superfly for the now generation. It takes place in Atlanta. Everything is riche, is stylish. Everything is trendy. I think that the millennials would really appreciate this movie. I don't know how the people that remember the old Superfly would appreciate this movie because everything's updated. And it's not Harlem, it's Atlanta. There was a big difference with New York in the first movie with New York. Location is always the other character, and Harlem was the character of the first movie, just like Atlanta is a character of this movie. I think Atlanteans would appreciate this movie because it's home. It's about home. So, to kind of compare this movie to something else that people could possibly relate to, so Director X is kind of sort of like a Hype Williams type. I'm not going to say that he is like Hype Williams, but he's a Hype Williams type, whereas though he did small films and music videos. Hype Williams did music videos and small films, then he did Belly. And Belly is like a cult classic of the African-American hip-hop community. So people still watch Belly. I think that Superfly 2018 is like the Belly of now. So check it out. I would say catch a matinee, check it out. You can't wait for it to come home, but it's worth seeing. It's up to you if you want to spend the top dollar to go see it, but I say go see it on a matinee. Check it out. And the reason I say check it out, we have to support people that are making an effort to bring us films like this.
Exactly.
So let Director X know you like what he's doing, so he'll get more films to do and he can grow and get better. We need some more big budget African-American films.
We definitely do. Anything coming out of the pipeline?
Oh, we got the Ant-Man and Wasp coming out. You know, I'm all over Mission Impossible. And, of course, this weekend is Jurassic World.
Okay. So there's some blockbuster hits coming up.
Yeah. Summertime, man.
Yeah. It's the time to spend that money.
Oh, and speaking of movies, I have shameless plug. Please check out Mercy on Amazon Prime, streaming now. And if you see the chocolate fella that looks like GK in it, it hit me. Check it out. And make sure to give me a 5-star. Give us that 5-star so we can continue to put content out there as well.
I agree. And congratulations again for getting that up there. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out tonight. I'm going to check after the show. I'm going to check it out.
Thank you. And let me know. And make sure you give me that star and let me know what you think. Actually, you can review it next week on the show.
I'll do that. It's a deal. Deal.
Okay.
All right, GK. Well, as always, thank you for letting us know what to spend our money on, what not to. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Right back after this.
When I hit it, want a one night stand. I told her go bring a friend. More money, more problems. I'm a rich nigga, I'ma solve it. She gave me head in the foreign. I'm flexing on them so gorgeous. Go your bag, what's that rolling? Real recognize real, but I do not know you. Go your bag, what's that rolling? Real recognize real, but I do not know you. I don't recognize when they talking down. Bank accounts filled with large amounts. She just want a real nigga to come around. She just want a real nigga to come around. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to your bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the game. I said I do it since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but the ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I won't call. That's a message to your broad. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the game. I said I do since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up.
Hey mama, I guess I messed up and fell for a picture so perfect I thought it was real, but I couldn't tell, no. Hey mama, I guess I thought that my moving image would one day learn how to be still, but that wasn't realistic. Should've been good by now, I should've been. We should've been settling down, we should've been. Yep, I thought if I gave my all, that he was gonna love me back. Love me back, love me back, love me back. And I thought it was okay to fall, 'cause he was gonna love me back. Love me back, not love me back. Love me back, me back, boy. Mama, where are my senses? I'm lost, I'm convinced I could love that man out of his ways, but I'm not okay, no. Oh mama, I'm colorblind, didn't see the signs. Red flags didn't make me run, no. I was just dumb, oh, I should've been good by now, I should've been. We should've been settling down, we should've been. Oh, I thought if I gave my all, that he was gonna love me back. Love me back, love me back, love me back. And I thought it was okay to fall, 'cause he was gonna love me back. Love me back, not love me back. Love me back, boy. Lord knows you can teach a monkey to fly, and hello don't mean goodbye, and truth don't turn into lies. When it's real, then you know it, babe. Meaning well ain't the same thing, 'cause doing well, baby, I can't keep taking shots in the dark, no. I thought if I gave my all, that he was gonna love me back. Love me back, love me back, love me back. And I thought it was okay to fall, 'cause he was gonna love me back. Love me back, not love me back. Love me back, boy. You don't love me. You don't love me, no. You don't love me. Still in love, no. You don't love me. You were supposed to love me back. Still in love, no. Love me.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Janelle, how's it going?
Great, Stephen. How are you?
I can't complain, can't complain. How was Father's Day for Robbie and your dad?
Oh, it was perfect. I worked like a slave, and it'll never happen again. But maybe next year. But yeah,
Annual thing.
I guess they deserve it. I guess I don't know.
Well, that's good. Well, I know you got some good stuff for us. So let's go ahead and take it away.
I do. So, as you guys know, as we just talked about, Father's Day was yesterday, and I know many people actually forgot. Sometimes these types of days tend to sneak up on us. So I have a lot of sales for everyone. Some of the sales are still going on for people who may not have been able to get a Father's Day gift for their dad or even themselves. So, I'll just go ahead and get started. Saks Fifth Avenue, I know that sounds expensive, but all of the items in the store are not. They are having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get 25% off select Michael Kors items just for him. So, like I said, they're still carrying over the Father's Day sale. Neiman Marcus Last Call is also still having their Father's Day sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 65% off of select designers. Shutterfly.com is also still having their Father's Day sale, and if you shop there now, you can get a free photo book. Plus, you can get 50% off of everything on their in their online store. So that's 50% off of tons of items. Nordstrom Rack is having a Dooney and Burke sale, so if you shop there now, you can save. Gap is having a family event, so this is like their little way of having their Father's Day event. If you shop there now, you can get 40% off of your purchase. Plus, you can get an extra 10% off when you use your Gap, Banana Republic, or Old Navy credit card. It's all one company. So if you use that credit card, you can get an extra 10% off. Now, this is an online-only sale, so to take advantage of it, you have to use code BEST, B-E-S-T, at checkout. Today is the last day to shop 9 West and get an extra 40% and get up to 40% off of your purchase. Steve Madden is also having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get 30% off of select items. Plus, you can get free shipping on your online order. So if you're shopping online, of course, in order to take advantage of that free shipping, of course, it would have to be an online order. And for the online order, for the 30% off, you have to use code GET30 at checkout. Old Navy is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 50% off of your entire purchase. Banana Republic is also having a sale, and you can get 40% off of your purchase, plus an extra 20% off of your purchase whenever you use your credit card. Victoria's Secret is having a semi-annual sale, and if you shop there now, you can save up to 60% on over 1,900 items. The Limited is having a sale also. If you shop their clearance items, their clearance items are starting at just $9.99. And last but not least, Gap Factory is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get 20% off of select items for a total savings of 70% off of your purchase.
Wow.
And that's
wow.
A
lot of good stuff going on. And they can find all that at budgetshopaholic.com, correct?
They surely can.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, Janera. Have a great week. We'll talk next Monday.
All right. It's my pleasure.
All right. Right back after this.
All right.
It's Monday morning. You look amazing. I just wanna help you to wake up and start your day off. Call me for just don't have to stress, girl, about that mess in your office. Cause I know that Joan at work been irking you. She mad she ain't get that promotion too. She mad she don't look as good as you. Oh, got a man as good as you. Do. Baby, I got you. And I'll make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning. And I'll make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning. Hey, cause that's what your man is for, holding your door, grabbing them bags out the car. Getting some shit out the cabinet, sending you good morning text when you mad at me. I make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning, baby. It's Monday morning, you look amazing. I just wanna keep you beside me. Can you call out, please? I'll make it worth it. I'll make it perfect. Don't you get dressed, you know what's next. I promise I'ma take you places you've never been. Right now, lay there, I'ma stare at you. Cause I ain't never seen something so beautiful. And I wanna take real good care of you. Baby, I got you. And I'll make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning. And I'll make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning. Hey, cause that's what your man is for, holding your door, grabbing them bags out the car, getting some shit out the cabinet, sending you good morning text when you mad at me. I make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning, baby. So what you need from me? Cause baby I can be everything you could ever imagine so easily. You made me wanna put my phone down, give all my attention up to you now. Whatever you need me to do, I can take all that, let's stress over you. Easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning. And I'll make it easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning. Hey, cause that's what your man is for, holding your door, grabbing them bags out the car, getting some shit out the cabinet, sending you good morning text when you mad at me. I make it. What are you doing? Hello? I'm so sorry, man. I apologize. Okay, well, easy like Sunday morning, even on Monday morning, baby.
This is Savage,
And this is Ty.
and we are from the Articulate Podcast, and you are listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Well, that's our show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Special shout out to Rahim Brazil for joining us. Go to our website at StephenKnightShow.com for more information about him and how you can hear his show, listen to his music, and all his other projects. Have a great week, and talk to you next Monday. Good night.
Tonight is all eyes on me. Everything